Okay, welcome. You are with Rob Ellen here in the Medicine Show Radio Moose Mobile. We're in the Highlands of Scotland, and we have just premiered Carolyn Harley's Heartbeat of the World. I'm very pleased to say on iMTV through Flying Shoes Review. We're going to come back in just a minute and talk to Carolyn and the producer of the video. That's Chris Cutler. Here on iMTV. Please do refresh the page if you're viewing this, or at any time and view the video if you would like, but stay with us for the next week. Well, 3 minutes of the title, Medicine Show title music, and we'll be straight back. Okay, welcome back. It is the Medicine Show. Yeah, it's Rob Ellen in the Medicine Show Radio Moose Mobile. We're here in the Highlands of Scotland, although spanning the world via the internet, and particularly beaming into Calgary, Alberta, which is the finest state in Canada. I think you would agree, Carolyn.
We have provinces there, Rob.
Ha! The first. I wondered who would spot that first. Well done, young lady.
Yeah, right.
Very
Yes,
sorry.
the finest province in Canada.
It is, yeah. Did I say states? I thought,
You did. You did.
what am I thinking of? Well, welcome. It's nice to have you with us.
Thank you.
I'm told that you're telling me it's a beautiful day in Calgary.
It is. In fact, it's over 30 degrees, so I have my fan at the ready. Yes.
It's either 30 or minus 30 there, is it not? Is that the way?
Well, it can. If we have a Chinook wind, a warm Chinook wind that blows in the winter, it can in fact go from like 30 below to 10 above or 15 above. It can swing like 40, 45 degrees in one day. It's amazing.
It's you know how to, well, you know how to deal with weather as well, but you know what weather's like there in Canada. Yeah. Well, it's lovely to have you, and thank you for allowing us to premiere the video. It's a beautiful piece of work.
Oh, thank you.
And lovely consciousness. So it's a message that is, we're talking about Chinook winds and climate changing over minutes, but it's certainly a message of hope for climate change. Would that be the
well? It's the main theme is hope for tomorrow, for sure, like you're saying.
Yeah.
And the fact that if we all work together, if we all march to the same drummer and believe in something strongly, if we get our opinion out there, if we voice our opinion in some way, it could be through marches or signing petitions or just in our day-to-day life, the things that we do and how we treat other people. how we treat the earth. So the song is Heartbeat of the World.
Yeah.
And it's about, I was impressed after the death of George Floyd, how in the middle of a pandemic, the world just seemed to start marching. All around the world, there were marches. And that just struck me strongly, how people felt compelled to share their opinion, that things needed to change. And so that's sort of the backbone of this song, is work together and we can affect change.
So just a bit of a timeline, and sitting in the background here, I want to talk to you about the collaboration that you had in the actual visual stuff that's on the video, because that's beautifully ties in with the story and everything as well.
Yes.
But shall we bring Chris in now? I think we will. Let's say hello to Chris Cutler. Chris, oh, forget the technology, right? There you are.
I am.
There
Hello.
he is. Hi, Chris.
Hello, everyone.
Chris is producer of the video. Is that the right terminology?
That's correct.
Yeah,
I would say so, yes.
yeah. And I'm going to
There we go.
see if I can get all three of us on the same screen.
Sounds
Oh,
cool.
I don't know why the moose is there. It's kind of fancy, but it's in Calgary as well at the moment. So there you go.
Yeah.
That all ties in together as well. So,
well,
for those just joining us,
yeah, go ahead.
For those just joining us, you're joining us in the Medicine Show Radio Moose Mobile, the Euro one, not the stateside one. And I am talking top right, Carolyn Harley, and front and centre for the next bit of it, we've got Chris Cutler. Chris, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome everybody else. There's all sorts of manner of things that can happen here, folks. If you have any questions that you would like for either of our guests, you can put them in the chat frame where you are just now, and they will show up and we can read them from here. And it'd just be nice if anybody that's watching could tell us where they're watching from as well. That's always interesting. Chris, where are you? You're in Calgary as well.
I am. I'm also in Calgary, Alberta, and it is really hot today.
Wonderful. I wish I was there enjoying the weather as well. So it's quite a creative town, Calgary. I always feel it's a bit like Nashville in Canada.
Kind of.
And it looks a bit like Nashville as well, but it seems like a really creative environment. Would I be right in saying that?
We definitely have a very large arts community here in Calgary, which I think is fantastic. So yes, I would absolutely say that.
Mm-hmm.
And
I would agree with that as well. We have an area that's being encouraged right now called the Music Mile. And it's a stretch of museums and theaters and clubs and restaurants. And they're just trying to encourage that whole area to become known as a place to see live music and theater and art. And they're looking to do a songwriting contest for a theme song for that area. So if you come to Calgary and you want live music or theater, you just look for the Music Mile.
That's something that doing a bit of stravaiging stateside as we have done in that vehicle there, actually. That's something that is prevalent, and it's like Memphis has got Beale Street, New Orleans has got, and it goes on.
French Quarter, yeah.
Yeah, it goes on in that case. So, would Calgary be the first Canadian town to actually come round to that way of thinking? Is that not? I haven't travelled that much in Canada.
Yeah, I can't say actually.
No. Well, it's a good thing anyway. It's encouraging
for us, which is nice. So.
And particularly at this time when all of the arts industry is in need of as much encouragement as possible.
Right.
I did read that this week. Actually, somebody sent me that article. So, Chris, as a producer of videos, and Carolyn, the pair of you, how did this connection come about? Carolyn, maybe you'd explain that.
I'll have to let Carolyn tell that story.
Yeah, Carolyn,
Okay, well, actually, we just met by chance. I was out listening to some live music, and my friend knew Chris and the friend that he was with. So that's how we met. His Chris's friend said, "This young man is an amazing videographer. If you ever
Yeah,
need a videographer," so we exchanged information, and over a period of time, I got to see some of Chris's work, and I was impressed
yeah.
with his work. He's a strong storyteller, and he just knows how to thread images and videos together. So when I decided I really wanted to do a video for Heartbeat of the World, I got in touch with Chris, and I was so thrilled that he was able to work with me.
Excellent, Chris. Had you heard of Carolyn before this? Because she's kind of like a well Kent face, like we would say in Scotland, on the music scene. So
Yes,
had
I
you
have.
heard of his
I
work?
have heard and seen her music before. Again, I'm quite heavily involved in the Calgary arts and music scene. A lot of my friends are performers and singers, and of course, meeting her, I made the connection later on. But yeah, that's when I first met her, and you know what? It was kind of funny. I was the first time I met her and listened to her music. I always remember listening to Patsy Cline with my grandma, and what I loved about her music was just how powerful the story was behind all of her songs. And last summer, I had the opportunity of filming a backyard concert, a small backyard concert at Carolyn's home. And every single song had the most incredible story behind it. And it's not her music, I feel, is not the music you just kind of put on in the background and study your work. Like, you actually listen to the lyrics and you get sucked in. And I think that's why I was so thrilled when she asked if I would like to do video for Heartbeat of the World, because it is such a beautiful, powerful song.
Yeah,
And if you haven't heard it yet, like, absolutely, just without even seeing the video, just listen to the song and listen to the words, and
yeah.
kind of picture, like, you know, everything that your own thoughts. But then you can watch the video, and that's kind of, you know, where I came up with the vision for what we could put together for this music video.
Well, I think with the wonders of technology and me sweating over it for about 20 minutes before we came on air, I think we just might be able to listen. Well, we will be able to listen to it, but we just might be able to view it as well. Thanks for that, Chris. Come back and ask you a bit more about technicalities in just a minute.
Okay.
To a roar, can you feel the heartbeat of the world? A million, so many million voices of the men, the women, and children of the world. Hear the sound all around, a message in the air. Feel the rhythm of the heartbeat of the world. This planet is our drum. We are marching to the heartbeat of the world. Here we come. This planet is our drum. We are marching to the heartbeat of the world. We are marching to the heartbeat of the world.
Well, applause, I think, to both of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, it's a very relevant piece of, and that is something that shouldn't be going, and I will kill it because it would be a distraction. It's a very relevant piece of work, and beautifully cut together, Chris. Is that an archive of shots that you've built up, or
Yeah, so this was the very first music video that I've ever put together just using authentic stock footage. And that was a part of, I guess, the fun of making this video was listening to all the lyrics. And then, I mean, it's endless, the amount of stock footage that you can find out there. And I had a number of different sites that I'd come across, and just beautiful footage. And I think a lot of what I wanted to pull out of this footage was the emotion, that feeling, really capturing the world, diversity, culture. And, you know, you might have noticed a lot of shots on the eyes, which I thought were really important because, you know, everyone has their own story and resilience and strength. And, you know, part of the song is, you know, trying to pull that out of everyone. And so that's kind of where it all began. And so, yeah, it was my first video ever doing with stock footage, which was pretty interesting.
I didn't know that, Chris. I did, because I know you're used to going out and doing your own filming and then editing the video from your own filming. So I didn't realize that was your first time doing a video from stock. You did an awesome job.
Thank you. I may have lied. There was 2 shots of just sunsets in there that were mine, but outside of that was, I mean, as much as I would have loved to travel the world for this, I wasn't able to.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So, have we lost Rob? Are you still there, Rob?
It is now the Chris and Carolyn show. Welcome, everyone.
It is the Chris and Carolyn show. Indeed, we go. Yes. So when we first met, and I would follow you on Facebook, and I would see you presenting work that you had done for the Calgary Drop-In Center. Are you kind of comfortable talking about your role there as a videographer?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, again, that's my background is marketing and communications, and I self-taught myself film and video production, and I've been doing it now for probably like 17 years or so. But with my role at the DI, it's, of course, if you're not from Calgary, we're North America's largest homeless shelter and housing-focused shelter now. And I've had the privilege of working there for just over 2 years. And a big part of my role is that storytelling piece. And so we want to, of course, tell our story and share messages of hope by means of fundraising and, you know, ways the community can help and participate, get involved. And so then I kind of look through that lens through everything I do. So when it even comes to something like a song or a music video, I love being able to tell that story in a really impactful way, especially when I get to actually film something myself, which Carolyn, we will do. It's you know, I can really get kind of involved and creative with that way of telling that story. But even with this, it was pretty amazing to see what we could put together just with you know, that kind of footage.
Right. Yeah. I was very impressed. So, Mr. Rob Ellen, are you back with us again? I saw him pop in and then pop back out again. So one of my adventures in my music is to say yes to opportunities when they present themselves. And so that's kind of where I've been going with my music. Is in retirement, I am a late bloomer. I say that even though I've been writing since my kids were little, but I was teaching preschool and doing music when I could, and studying with different writers when I could. And so now in retirement is when I'm really looking to follow through. And so I'm really looking for people to share this video that we've created, Chris.
Awesome.
And we're going to post where people can find it, and to share it out to their friends and have their friends share it. And there's no way I can monetize this, because like if you're familiar at all on YouTube, you have to have like 1,000 people following you. And so I'm just, from my own heart, I just want to share the beauty of your video. And I worked with a young man named Aaron Young, a talented Calgary musician, and he produced this album. He played all the tracks and did the arrangement and production. And so the beauty of the music behind my song is from another young fellow. So I love working with young, talented people. It really brings a wealth of beauty to my own work that I personally cannot do. That's the power of collaboration. And I see Rob is back. And Rob, you're part of this collaboration in allowing the song to get, and the video to get out into the world. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you for keeping the show on the road as well with the medicine show.
The most mobile went off the road. Oh no.
It did.
Back on.
It virtually went off the road. Let's put it
Yes,
that way.
it did.
Nice to be back, guys. Thanks for keeping it going. And and changing hats as well. By the way.
Changing hats. Yeah. Okay.
So yes, I will have to look back on that little segue to find out what you're talking about. But thanks for keeping it.
Okay.
The gist of it.
Chris talked about his work with the Calgary Drop-In Center for the Homeless, and I just talked a little bit about my looking forward to people sharing this video out.
Yes.
And just sharing it and sharing it and sharing it, and just to encourage us all to speak out when something needs to be addressed. If we believe in something strongly, to march with others and have our voice heard.
So I'm just flashing up where all the links can be had, and that is at Carolyn Harley, and you've got all your videos, and it's beautifully laid out, your website and everything as well. So the video itself aired for the first time, and thanks for allowing that to happen. And that went on Flying Shoes Review across the iMTV network, which basically is something in the region of 50.
I do a Facebook Live show, and I just encourage people to follow their dreams. It's never too late to bloom. There we go. Did you get your coffee mug there, Rob?
Look at the coffee mug.
Yeah. It's never too late to bloom. That's my philosophy of life.
It certainly isn't. I'm with you on that one. And when's the next Late Bloomers? We're gonna do the inaugural one on iMTV when it comes next.
Yes, on the 22nd. What I've chosen to do for my show it'll be different than what I usually do. Yeah. I'm going to sing to the beautiful backing tracks that Aaron Young created for this album. Yeah. And just tell the story for each of the songs of what motivated me to write the song.
Oh, lovely.
And then sing to the backing tracks. My strength is, in my opinion, is my songwriting and my ability to sing. I'm not a strong guitarist.
Yeah.
So that's why I believe in collaboration. Yeah. Take what your strength is and find others to work with you.
And can I just add flexibility into that as well? Because everybody has to have been flexible to even produce music.
Yes.
Over the last year and a half or so. So where are you as far as the recovery is concerned, and Alberta getting back to actually doing live music? Is that on the horizon yet? Is there light at the end of that particular tunnel?
A little bit. I'm going to be singing next Saturday on a patio in Calgary. It's called the Cornerstone Music Cafe,
Yeah.
And so I'll be doing an outdoor show there. And I just got a call to do a show in High River, which is a town just south of Calgary, in a big white gazebo and a big park. So
Nice.
I have so I have 2 live things booked. Yay.
Excellent. Well, we'll keep an eye on that, and certainly advertise that for you from all the pages that we operate as well. And as soon as we know when the Late Bloomers is going out, that's on the 22nd, which
Right.
actually you would think we'd organise this, Carolyn, but it's actually
Yeah.
only 2 days after the album is
Yes.
released to the media, at least in Europe.
Yeah. That
So
worked out quite well.
that does work well, because hopefully people will have the CD in their hand, and I
Right.
can encourage them to come along in that global fashion to
Well,
see you perform and talk about the album live.
yeah, that'll be fun. We could invite Aaron Young, the producer of the album itself, to come for a visit.
That'd be super.
Mhm.
Would that happen at your place?
I can do it, from here, and
Okay.
and him at his place.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that
Yeah.
sounds great, Chris.
Yeah.
Let's just see what Chris is up to in the future as well while we've got him. Chris,
Yeah.
what's next for you? Have you got things in the pipeline?
Yeah, no, I've been busy with a lot of video projects lately. Not so much music videos, but again, with the pandemic, a lot of people are resorting to kind of online training videos and stuff like that. And of course, I'm incredibly busy with my full-time role at my job, which is incredible right now. So yeah, just lots of creative energy flowing over here.
Yeah. What is your job? I might have missed that information when I was away.
Oh, no worries. I'm on the communications team for the Calgary Drop-In Center here in Calgary. It is a homeless shelter.
Of course. Yeah. And that's good work for the homeless, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's a lot of work, and it's a great cause for sure.
It must be a challenging place to be homeless. I mean, it's never easy being homeless, that's for sure. But particularly in Calgary with the wild weather.
No, it's especially with the weather. It's really difficult for them on the streets when they are. So
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, and there's mental health issues surrounding all of that as well. So, good work. And if there is anything I can do with regard to helping in that direction as well, please do.
That's really
Don't
sweet.
hesitate. If it, and there's homeless everywhere. So, and people talking about ideas how to support folks like yourself is part of all of that as well. It's the same as Carolyn was saying.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's amazing, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to work with you, Carolyn. Thank you.
Okay, so the drop-in center, I will get a link to it as well and post that on the feed here, Carolyn. We have got the compilation coming out as well, which is looking for that summer hit. It's Medicine Show Records looking for that summer hit, and you've got I can't remember the name of the song.
Howl at the Moon.
How did I forget that? I'm going to try and play the video that I did for it. I think it's a bit juddery to play, but we'll hear the song.
This song is also on my Heartbeat of the World album.
Yeah.
And it's just about, when the stress of the world gets too much for you.
Yeah.
Just go outside and howl at the moon. That's what it's all about.
Hold your dreams and howl at the moon. I think that's two valid things that we can pull out from this whole situation. Here we go. Howl at the Moon, Carolyn Harley.
When it feels like the world is going crazy, everywhere you look, it's come undone. It's a madhouse of aftershocks and gravy, like you're living in the house of fun. When the world seems completely cock-a-doodle, everybody's singing out of tune. Don't let your defenses sweat the big stuff. Just lift your head and howl at the moon. Howl at the moon. Howl at the moon. When the world around you's going crazy, just lift your head, howl at the moon. When it feels like you're walking on a tightrope, somebody's messing with the knots, and you look down at gators in the river. Now you're stuck between a hard spot and the rocks. When it seems like your future's topsy-turvy, and you're teetering on the brink of doom, don't let your defenses sweat the big stuff. Just lift your head and howl at the moon. Howl at the moon. Howl at the moon. When the world around you's going crazy, just lift your head, howl at the moon.
Along with added howls. I'm going to fade it out a bit early on this case, but just to say that will be, I'm going to pre-release it on the pre-release of the Looking for That Summer Hit on Medicine Show Records page. So I'll put a link to that on the feed. Also, I lost everybody's comments when I disappeared from the conversation, so I will catch up. And thanks everybody for joining the broadcast, and thanks for your comments. And I will react to any of those after. This broadcast will be available on the page that you are viewing on, as is the Chris and Carolyn's beautiful video as well. And I shall be sharing it willy-nilly, and I do suggest that hopefully everybody else will be in a similar situation and be able to share it to understand their and family as well. Thanks, Carolyn. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you, Rob. That was fun.
It is. It is fun doing this. It's stressful to the extent of the technology always throws a curveball at you.
Yes, right.
But sooner or later, and we've still got an audience, so
that's part of the adventure.
Well, and you said that to me. It does feel like an adventure. Have you been to Europe before? Before we just round things up?
Joe and I went to Ireland. That's the only place we've been.
That's pretty European.
Yeah,
it's like a cross between mainland Europe and Britain in many ways. I've got some of the best aspects of both in Ireland. Which part of Ireland did you get to?
We landed in Belfast, and then we drove across to the coast, and we went to Dunfanaghy, and then we drove down to Dublin, and then back up and home from again.
Okay, so I'm just going to pull Chris in. Thanks to Chris as well. And see, the technology is not doing its best.
There he is. We got him.
Chris. Thanks again, Chris. Sorry about all the technical hitches. Thanks for your beautiful video and your work that you're doing for the homeless, as well as your visual work. We'll keep in touch.
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you so much, you guys.
I can't wait to get to Calgary again, and we'll visit up when we get there. And and we'll keep a welcome in the Highlands if you ever get this way.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Carolyn, same goes for you. And I think that's part of the adventure. I don't know why I'm not getting you into the screen. There you are.
There I am.
Is the thought that sooner or later we should be able to get on a plane and go to other places again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And hopefully this is setting that up for a musical visit the next time.
I would love to have a musical visit to Scotland. That would be a great adventure.
It would indeed. Well, we'll keep a welcome for you, and we'll hopefully see you when that, and we will see you when that happens.
Okay.
Again, thanks everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being with me in the Medicine Show Radio Miss Mobile. As ever, and I'll put a caption up here if I can. Now the technicality, it's slow and laborious. So slow down to the pace of the whole thing. You can follow the Moose at medicineshowontheroad.co.uk and I know .me. And if you do, please do invite your friends, because the more they do, the more we'll view these things, and hopefully you enjoyed the show.
We have a couple of comments there. We have from Detroit. Somebody's watching from Detroit. And then Donna Paul is here in Calgary, and Ida is in Hamilton in Canada. So thank you. So some people found us.
There's Ida. Brilliant video. Thank you, Ida. Thanks. Please share it and follow the Moose, and you'll get a notification of the next show that we've got coming up here on iMTV. Okay, guys, you've got the rest of the afternoon to look forward to, eh? Isn't that beautiful?
Okay, yes, we do. Yeah. Yes. What time is it now? Bye-bye.
It's 7:45 here, and
in Scotland.
It's afternoon there in Calgary. So good afternoon, folks. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks for joining us here on iMTV.
Yeah. And thank you, Rob.
We're out of here.